We just outsource the big manufacturing to bigger companies over where? China. If you look at the buy local, and you ever hear them explain buying local, and you hear money growth, how it goes through your local economy, how many times over, it's that residual effect of it compounding that starts to make a difference. And until we start bringing manufacturing back and demanding more, this is going to be a continual process, because guess what? Manufacturers actually pay pretty well. 93% of manufacturers in the United States are giving their employees health insurance. Now imagine that, all these people that are complaining about you don't need a whole lot of skill. They will train you to manufacture whatever it is they're doing. And we could literally start putting people in positions where they can build themselves a future, work themselves up a ladder, become a manager, become a general manager. But until we start bringing jobs back, and we're okay with outsourcing, let them build it. You're okay with literally, you're fine.
It's not a matter of okay with outsourcing, Corey. It's a matter of like our generation, like the millennial and the newest generation going into the job market, they don't have any interest in staying and building a career by ascending into those positions. They don't.
Listen, can't we all just agree that there's one problem, and it's a major problem, and it's your government? It's not your generation. It's not your fellow citizen. It's your government, which is literally ruining the party. They are they're a silent partner that puts up no money in your business, but yet demands revenue from your business, and they're eating out the substance of your life. It's been like this, but it's only going to get worse, because 25 years of growing this debt from 9/11 to 2025 at $40 trillion, ladies and gentlemen, it only gets worse from here unless, we do something. There's some type of reform or some type of consolidation or negotiation. Like America, the government is going to have to negotiate these debts. There's going to be a debt settlement.
Admit, the country is only good as its people, okay? If you have a bunch of irresponsible people that don't recognize what's happening and control their spending themselves, you're not going to get the government on board with making better decisions for those people.
I'm just saying that, if you talk to McZed on here, he believes there's going to be a debt jubilee. Well, if the debt jubilee is in 2050, but we just keep growing the debt, from 2025 for the next 25 years, which is the most likely outcome. I mean, this is why I'm running for Congress. We have to raise a stink and raise the conscious awareness of the fact that we are kicking the can. This is not a kick the can down the game road to play. If you played the game, kick the can when you were a kid, I'm just saying that we have to accurately diagnose and describe the situation, and we can't just revert back down to, our fellow citizens suck, therefore our government sucks. That's not a solution, and that's not optimism, and that's not intelligence. And I don't think that accurately describes the situation. I think your fellow citizen is inherently intelligent, but they have been duped and they have been fed a bunch of fucking lies. And they are hyper conditioned to accept a set of rules which are completely unfair. The founding fathers, as Mojo said earlier, went to war over a tea tax, which literally, I think at the time it was like 40,000 pounds. It was like nothing. It was like $1 a day they were fighting over. It wasn't even that much. It's the principle of taxation and getting to keep what you produce. If they're taking 60% of what you create, that's not freedom or liberty. That's indentured servitude. That's slavery. And it sucks. And it's only going to get worse for these next generations because the debt pile has grown so high. It will demand the population to service it.
Well, that's why they silenced everybody that started talking about the fair tax. One of the first questions the politicians asked was, how does that create more revenue? It's not. It's a revenue neutral system, right? You're not there to try to create more revenue for the government. We're there to keep the government funded to do the things that are necessary. The one thing that used to piss me off is you're going to start blockading and putting up security around memorials and parks that are not manned